Protecting yourself during the holiday shopping season.
San Diego Police Chief David Nisleit is here to talk about that and so much more. Good morning. Always good to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Okay, everybody's out and about shopping.
Yes.
What do we need to do? I mean, our mind is on checking off the list, but I'll be honest, Chief, I kind of like look here and there when I'm out shopping.
And you need to be. And that's one of the things I'll ask you to do is a lot of people have their faces buried in their phones. They're really not paying attention. So be situationally aware, kind of pay attention, don't have your phone out. If you go out and you buy gifts, do not walk them out to your car and then return back to shopping. Secure your items where they cannot be seen. We talk about all the time, do not leave valuables in their car where they're visible because that's just an opportunity for somebody to come and take them. So if you can shop with multiple people, have a friend with you, know what's going on, make sure you secure your gifts. And also, I just want to talk about our holiday plan. So you'll see more officers around the shopping malls. You'll see some of our cameras up. But there's also officers that are not in uniform that are also working those malls. We do that every year, and we've increased our presence in the malls very much so.
That's good to hear because I was going to ask you, obviously, there's some sort of uptick in crime and certain types of crimes during the holiday season because as we're all holiday happy and shopping this, that, there are opportunists out there who take this time to kind of do their thing.
Absolutely, yeah. So, you know, we have seen a slight uptick in these smash and grabs. We saw them within the last 30 days. We've not seen them in San Diego really until recently. And so we're working very hard to solve those cases, working very hard at the state legislature to see if we can't get some enhancements for those type of crimes, to hold those people accountable.
Are we talking about those retail? Because we've seen so much in LA and Orange County and a couple of times the mob, retail mob theft that are just organized. And we've talked about this. I can't believe you can find 10 to 12 of your friends to suddenly break the law and do the same thing at the same time. It's fascinating to me, this new type of, what are you guys doing specifically to stop that kind of thing?
Well, we're working with a lot of the different agencies to identify those people because, like you said, it's very organized. This is not something that happens in 5 minutes. This is well organized, well thought out. They target specific businesses. Sometimes there's actual rings behind that where they're ordering up so they can sell it to their stores. So we're working with a lot of the local, federal, and state agencies to look at who's committing those crimes. And then again, I think we need some enhancements to hold those people accountable to make it more punishable because we are seeing huge losses. And again, this is very organized.
Those robberies that Raul's talking about in the crime, they usually were happening in a time where the mall was like, not a lot of people were there.
Correct.
Do they look for moments like this when the malls are packed though, or how likely is it?
They're looking for an opportunity to go in very quick, get what they want, and then be able to get out very quick.
But you can't do that when there's a lot of people shopping.
If there's a lot of people around and there's a lot of traffic, you're kind of stuck. So they don't want that. They want it when it's very open and you know they can get in and out within seconds. So. And there's things that I think the malls need to do to up their security also.
That's a good point. Let's change the topic here. You're retiring.
I am.
You're retired. Didn't you just start?
No,
I feel like the time. I feel like you just started.
Didn't you? No.
What went into that decision for you? Because once you get the top job, I mean, obviously it's a big job, and you decide, you know what, it's time for me to move on and give the job to somebody else. What goes into that process?
You know, I started March 1st of 2018, and I've known for roughly the last 4.5, 5 years that I would be retiring mid 2024. So that's something that's been unknown for a very long time. My bosses have known that I'd be leaving in 2024. So
gave him more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, you know, that will be over 6 years as a chief. That's a very long tenure for a chief in a big city.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do then?
I'm going to enjoy being a grandparent.
Oh,
I love that.
I love that.
I'm really
May I
looking
ask
forward
how many you have?
I have 3, and I have 2 that will be coming next year. So that will be a total of 5.
Wow.
Yeah, so you need all that time to be able to.
You may want to run back to the chief's office and like, hey man, that wasn't a good idea.
I need a job,
Tell folks overall, how many years in law enforcement for you?
When I retire, it'll be over 36 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The message, obviously, when the new chief comes in next June or whenever, recruitment, what are we doing to make sure, because we seem to be talking about that a lot, trying to get more people onto the force. The child care thing is a big deal, obviously,
Huge
for you guys.
thing. Yeah, so, you know, I'm very, very pleased that child care, that's a lot of work with a lot of people, our Police Officers Association, Senator Tony Atkins, the Cushman Foundation. A lot of great things went into that. We'll have kids there beginning in January. So that's a huge recruitment and retention tool.
That's a game changer, isn't it?
It is a huge game changer to have daycare at a police facility with extended hours at a reduced rate, all those things. So that's a huge thing. We'll be the first in the nation to have that. And then as far as the recruitment, we're seeing our attrition is coming down. We've got another academy that starts next week. That will be low 40s. So we're kind of starting in the right direction again, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
You mentioned the first in the country. Have other police departments kind of picking up on this, or are they waiting for you guys to get started to see how it works, and then maybe they'll do it?
No, there's a lot of departments across the country that are implementing this and getting their daycare centers online. We'll just be the first.
Chief David Nisleit, I know we'll see you before your retirement,
Yes,
but
yes.
you know, happy early.
Happy for you. There'll be a lot of babies and kids. Dude,
5 grandkids run around, babies and this, that. I'd be like, you know what? I got to. Chief, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas. Thanks for being here.
Merry Christmas.